Good morning on this Wednesday. Everything working out like we talked about, where temperatures would be at or above freezing. And so a lot of roads are either wet or have some slush accumulation. And as we venture over toward the Manhattan area, you'll notice the sidewalks really aren't covered. That simply looks wet. The parking lot looks mainly wet. A little bit of slush on some of the roads there we can barely make out. For Topeka, everything mainly wet so far. We've seen a bit of mixed rain snow, not enough or heavy enough because it only started about an hour and a half ago to actually give us some slush, but that will occur in many places throughout the day. Your heavily traveled roads and your treated roads, though, may stay wet throughout. 34 right now. We've dipped it down a few degrees. The dew point barely below the freeze-thaw point. Our wind is south at 10, and we keep a southerly wind, so the warmer air is being kind of driven up into this. There's our winter weather advisory, and it includes all of northeast Kansas. In fact, it goes down toward Wichita. It includes the Kansas City area and gets up toward the Omaha area, and that is a big blob of snow, but it's wet snow. And just as in springtime, every thunderstorm is not severe. In wintertime, every time you get snow doesn't mean that it accumulates and causes a big problem, and that should be the case today. A lot of this will melt. There will be some slush to drive through, so you might want to reduce speeds, and we've got it covering most of the area. It came into Topeka about 3. It's just now nudging over toward the Kansas City area right now, but out here to the west, it's been snowing for a good 3, 4, almost 5 hours, and so we do have some snow-covered roads, Junction City, out toward Fort Riley, into Clay Center, over into the Abilene area, and so you want to drive carefully on that. But again, temperatures are barely to 32 or 33. Southerly wind right now at 10 to 15, at times to 20. I think through midday that easily goes 15 to 25. So it's going to be breezy, but it's not brutally cold by any means. Here's the way it feels. Concordia 24, a 20 in Emporia, a 28 in Kansas City. So I think we can handle that. And there are the numbers. It's kind of our saving grace here. Had we gotten this all yesterday, we would have had a lot more problem than this. But right now, 34 Tulsa, 37 in Kansas City, and even out here to the west, 34 North Platte and 36 in Garden City. So I think a lot of this falls with numbers of 33 to 38 all day today. There's the energy. You notice here kind of developing and intensifying just a bit more over the Central Plains, and a lot of this will kind of rotate over us. There might even be a secondary disturbance kind of come through. So this will keep this happening periodically for at least the next 48 to almost 72 hours. So we'll have our wet snow today, at times mixing with rain. As we hit the late afternoon, it begins to wane, especially through the western counties, but that's not the end of it. There will be more that gradually forms in the overnight and through the day on Thursday. So again, periods of mixed rain, snow, and wet snow. That's what we get with our numbers primarily above freezing as we work our way pretty much in those mid-30s, maybe some upper 30s at times. Same exact weather tomorrow, but the probability of precipitation not quite as high. And then just before it shuts off, there might be a brief shot of wet snow, and that could accumulate just to an inch or so on Friday morning, more likely to the east in our eastern counties and through the KC Metro. On Saturday, a chilly day, but it starts to moderate on Sunday. It warms up a bit more with a stronger wind on Monday to near 50, and then primarily some rain chances into Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. So really the last couple of events we've had were all about sleet and freezing rain. This one's more about wet snow and rain snow mix.